Hey, what's up you guys, Oda Gaming here, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the things that we should be expecting for the Summer Update 2022 in ERLC. So, I'm going to be dividing this video into two parts. Number one is going to be what I want to see, and number two is what's going to happen in the game, or actually it's going to be the other way around. So, here's some of the things that I think we should expect in the game. So, in this map expansion, or sorry, in this game update, I think we should expect a map expansion in the game. Everyone's been asking for one. At this point, another map expansion is just necessary and imminent, and will definitely most likely be taking place. I don't know how big it will be. I don't know, it might just be a small little touch up to the map. It could be a huge map expansion that everyone's been waiting for. So, what this should look like is, what players want to see is an expansion on Riverside Drive at those two tunnels on either way, the one near the subdivision and the other near the underground tunnels. So, what we should expect if we look at the map is, well, if I wasn't being chased by the police, is, we should expect maybe a new subdivision, a new part of the city, just adding on to of the basic necessary things that we need in the game. Not even, like, crazy buildings that will change the game, just small little streets with just new stuff, so we have new areas to explore and new things. And I think that will really help the game, because compared to every single roleplay game, it doesn't matter how much implement it has in the game, it doesn't matter how many GUIs, it doesn't matter how many mechanics, it doesn't matter how technical the game is, like ERLC, compared to another game that's not nearly as sophisticated and well made as ERLC. It doesn't matter. The map size in ERLC has never held up to the standards of a game like Greenville, for instance. That game is huge and always has been. It started off huge because it's based off of a real big town. But, in saying that, Greenville's less technical. I mean, it's starting to get more technical now, but back then, Greenville was very simple. But, I think it's time to make a map expansion come to life. Everyone's been asking for it. You should be expecting a map expansion in the next update. So, and with that, I'm considering a possible highway being added. Now, this would be a lot. If we did get a highway, it would be extremely small for the beginning. But the thing with ERLC, it doesn't even have 2-lane roads, right? So it would be a very big difference in the game to have a 6-lane highway. And when I mean 6-lane, I mean like 3 lanes on each side. Would be a game, like, literally change the game. I think it's necessary at this point, considering on how many people have suggested it. That's the only reason why I'm considering it being added in this summer update. It might not, though, just because it's a lot of work, and if they were going to build a highway, then they would need to have a whole new area of the map ready. So I wouldn't get your hopes high for that one, but it is an idea, and it is one that so many people have been asking for. So, expect a map expansion, don't expect a highway, but you never know, it could happen. Next thing, new civilian cars. I mean, we need new civilian cars. We need a whole new civilian car revamp. Again, you look at a game like Greenville that has, what, now 450 cars in the game with a bunch of different trims, and then ERLC, which probably has maybe around 50 civilian cars, maybe less, I don't know. So yeah, we need civilian cars. So definitely expect new civilian cars on like the 2022 Explorer on a civilian team. We don't have that yet. I don't know why we don't have that yet. We don't. Some other cars, maybe some new pickup trucks that came out. Maybe finally Teslas being added into the game. That would definitely change the game, and I'm sure a lot of people would love to see those. So yeah. I would expect new civilian cars, maybe Teslas, maybe, new exciting cars. Don't expect a Cybertruck though. So next we have new PD cars. Now, again, expect new PD cars as well. They just added the 2022 Tahoe. Expect new cars that so many people have been suggesting, like the Expedition, the old style Expedition, not the new one, but the old kind of California Highway Patrol type Expedition, and vehicles like that, older vehicles like that, and maybe older versions of pickup trucks. There's many different types of police cars that officers use that are not in the game still, like the 2013 Explorer. I know that was suggested a ton, and stuff like that. Now, another part to this is a mobile command center. I wouldn't expect a mobile command center. I would expect new PD cars. Don't expect a mobile command center, because even if they it's gonna take a long time. But I am putting it on this list as it probably will, just because of the amount, again, or just for the amount of suggestions that people have sent to this. A lot of people have been asking for some sort of mobile command center, or like an operation center, or some sort of like the type of trucks with offices on wheels where they do all their stuff, or one of those police RVs, or the trailers, anything like that. People have been asking for a very long time now. Expect it. It might not come, but I'm hoping it does, and I think most people would be too. Next, weather. This is something that this is probably, other than vehicles, probably the thing you should be expecting the most. Definitely be expecting weather in this update. ERLC has been set back time and time again by different roleplay games, just for the simple fact that it doesn't have weather. It makes the game so dated that you kind of lose interest, because you have a daylight cycle, but you don't have a weather cycle. And I think weather is something that has always been necessary in this game to switch it up, and I think the fact that it's not already in the game is very disappointing. And expect weather. If weather doesn't come in this update, then honestly, I don't know what will. My personal opinion, I think weather should be top priority. I don't care if they don't add anything but weather. Just weather needs to be in the game. New buildings, new building interiors, and I wrote down a little list that would be added, and this is especially if map expansion would be put through as well. So buildings like a library, a second fire station. If there's a map expansion, a second fire station is almost necessary, and the reason why is because on the fire station we have now, it has the number 1 right there. It says number 1, so we need a second fire station to kind of keep that going. And if we have a map expansion, then we can do that, and it would actually make sense. Coffee shops. There's a building near the here, I'll put it on the map right here, about right here. This one, it even has little tables. Oh, and this one should be a coffee shop. Honestly, I don't know why it isn't yet. I'm surprised that they would add the burger shop, but they wouldn't add a coffee shop there. I don't know why, but they never did. An ice cream parlor. Why not? There's no reason why we shouldn't have small buildings like this. It could probably go perfect right in this little plaza that needs to be filled up already with new stuff. And I think this is this is coming with very inspiration because someone did an edit on the Discord, and someone made it not a Dairy Queen, but they even switched the name up so they could they called it like Dairy King or something, and it was pretty much an ice cream parlor in the little thing, and it looked really nice. A town hall. We need a city hall. Why don't we have a city hall? I do not know. But yeah, if it's a city, it has to have a city hall. I mean, every other roleplay game, I'm pretty sure has one. I'm pretty sure, Pembroke has one, Pembroke Pines. Greenville has one, I know that. I think, Southwest Florida has one. And, yeah, so, it's just self-explanatory. It's a city, so why wouldn't it? And just other small shops, just random stores that, could be used. I mean, we have an outlet mall, so make it an outlet mall. Put, like, shoe stores and stuff. It would definitely take the game to a whole new level. So, now we're going to move on to the things that I personally want, and I think most people want to see. So don't expect us in this update, but these are some things that could be added and that people really want to see. But yeah, new jobs, like a garbage job or a cargo job. We need new jobs. I mean, we have 4 jobs right now. Well, that's not true, sorry. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 jobs, not including the emergency services. That's a good amount, but then again, we go back to emergency response's main competitor, Greenville, which has, like, my god, they have, like, 40. They don't have that many, but they have a lot. They have at least 25. And it's just because Greenville is just so quick at getting things done and just putting new buildings out. And as soon as the new buildings out, putting a new job there, and then it works. It works for them because they don't worry about putting in the roleplay aspect right then and there. They worry about getting it in and then putting the job there, and then going in afterwards and putting the roleplay aspect into it, or the actual script part into it where you can actually do stuff. And some people would say that it's just a less quality update if they don't put the effort into doing it all at once, but it's not, because people could still use the job in the meantime while the scripts are coming in to make it an interactive job, but they could use it to just roleplay. Why not? There's no reason why they can't do it. So, yeah, it's a very necessary thing. But yeah, garbage job is an interactive job. You can go around on the streets, pick up trash, and, I mean, self-explanatory. Why not? It's, people have been asking for it a long time, so, add it. It's what the people want. A cargo job, this one has been probably suggested as soon as the DOT update came out. That's when this was starting to be suggested. So what we're looking at here is, for a cargo job, would be trucks, obviously. And if we're gonna get trucks, then we're going to need a map expansion. We're going to need a highway. We're going to need 2-lane roads. And this comes back to the fact that we need this whole map to start growing, because the pace that they're doing it right now is not the most efficient way they could be doing it. And that's just the truth. So yeah, I think the entire map kind of needs an overhaul, just to fit all this stuff in, and I think it'll be very good for emergency response. With that being said, another thing that I wouldn't expect in this update, but I think we all want to see, is an increased player size. I know some people will be disappointed for lag, but the fact of the matter is the game needs to move on, and it needs to keep adding updates to stay in the game. And This is because it's so, I mean, okay, the owner of ERLC, Mr. Fergie, said he didn't like map expansions because he liked everyone being close together. This map is extremely small compared to any other roleplay map. This map is extremely small, and you still don't see that many people around. Like, I'm standing on this street, and there's that one cop there that's driving away. I'm looking at this street, I don't see anyone. I'm looking down this street, I don't see absolutely anyone. And I think there might be one person down there. So, I mean, it's not working. And I think an increased server size with a map expansion can help. And going back onto the map expansion thing, we should probably look at making some 2-lane roads, like Riverside Drive. We need a 2-lane road here. I mean, if the map expansion connects Riverside Drive with another area, a 2-lane road would just be absolutely perfect for this road. It would just work. Everything about it, this being a 2-lane road, would work. Has always been the main street in the game. I don't know how long some of you guys have been playing ERLC, but I've been playing since 2019. This road, Riverside Drive, has always been the main road. Even though it might not look like it, because, I mean, there's probably bigger roads. Like, I mean, this road is Independence Way, but then changes over here. But even this is probably bigger than Riverside Drive. But Riverside Drive has always been the main road because it's a straight road that connects the city and the county. This needs to be a 2-lane or a 2-lane road on each side, so a 4-lane road. It has to be. And I think it will just it just makes sense. Everything about it just makes sense. There's other stuff like new, admin commands that people want to see. Again, going back to weather, being able to change the weather, an emergency alert system, which would go with probably a phone overhaul. As you can see, this phone is very basic, and it has stayed like this forever. Honestly, they have never changed this. Except for adding a new contact for the limo service. The only thing they have ever changed on this phone is the outside look of it. They have not changed anything in the actual GUI, just this. That's all they changed. I don't know why I'm bald right now, don't ask. So yeah, an emergency alert system. Maybe we'll pull up your phone with a tone and we'll say the emergency alert. This will be perfect for roleplay. No reason not to. A blackout command where all the lights will be automatically shut off. Again, perfect for roleplay. No reason why you can't do it. It's gonna take some scripting, but this game already has, the developers are so smart. They have accomplished so many things, and this is the most advanced roleplay game on Roblox, and not only on Roblox, but probably one of the most advanced roleplay games in the entire world, because you have flashing lights, and you have GTA 5, but you have to install stuff for GTA 5. It's not a roleplay game. ERLC has always been a roleplay game. This game is one of the most, unique and most developed and well-made roleplay games in the entire world, and they've even been on the news for it. So yeah, it's something. These sort of little things need to happen, where a blackout command or weather. They already have drains in the game. I could probably go down the street and find a drain in like 5 seconds. I know here. I'll start walking towards it. I know there's a few in the actual main part of the city, but yeah. They made the stuff. It's like they made it for nothing. New light bars. People want to see, and yeah, just little things that people like. Look, it's right here. Right here. Now, one more thing that people are gonna want to see is a DOT update. The DOT has not, well, it's been updated. It has, but it hasn't really been updated with a purpose. The last update that it got with a purpose was, I mean, probably like 5, 6, 7 months ago. And it was when they put in signs and they put in the new cones, and it was a whole kind of revamp for the entire team. That update was amazing. That was probably one of my favorite updates of 2021, and it was so simple. It was just a bunch of signs and cones, and that probably was one of my favorite updates, even comparing to the summer update, which literally changes the entire game. It's just these little things that just push the game. So yes, what we're looking at that we want, and this is a higher expected one, so this actually could very well be added into the game in the summer update, or even now, anytime really, is so the Department of Transportation, new stuff, not just construction stuff, but extending on it from construction to different stuff like buses. That's transportation. Department of Transport. People say add a bus team. No, you're not going to add a bus team. You're going to add the buses to the Department of Transportation, because buses are transportation. So you're going to have maybe new buses added. Really anything. I mean, the taxi team should have even been put on DOT as well, but I understand because some taxi private companies, that makes sense. But yes, we shouldn't expect very soon, or at least hope, that the PRC extends DOT from construction to more convenient things like a bus service, or I don't know, what else does DOT do? You can't think of it. Also, that's my burnt down car. I can't think of it, but you know what I mean. Things like that. So one more thing that I can think of at the top of my head. I wrote a little list down, but the one last thing I can think of on my head is down power line. So this should probably come when rain and weather is added. And power line is going down with a new team, a new emergency service team, some sort of electrical company, a power company, a hydro company, whatever you want to call it. And they should respond to downed wires, and they should be able to fix them. They should be able to fix certain houses. They should have it. It's just so clever, and it's right in front of them, but they're not going at it, and it's so frustrating to see the amount of stuff that they could add for roleplay. And I want to say they're working on it, but honestly, I highly doubt they're working on a hydro team. But yes, and hydro means water and electrical, so we could even have some water malfunctions, maybe a hazardous thing, and a hydro team could go out and get it, deal with it. So yes, this should include maybe a bucket truck, some sort of, I don't know, power truck, kind of similar to, would look like fire trucks a little bit, just some design, and yeah, just stuff like that. Oh, I spelled that really weird. No, I am. So yeah, that's honestly, it's a very simple list. It's just kind of basic stuff that needs to be in the game. And I want to say this before I end the video. I'm not hating on PRC. When I say stuff like it makes the game dated, that's not to be mean. It's the game. This game is my favorite game on Roblox. This game is many people's favorite game on Roblox. I'm not saying that PRC are not doing a good job. I will never say that. PRC have done an absolutely amazing job creating one of the best games on the platform, the most advanced games in the world. It's just dead on. It had everything right. Every update they do is absolutely amazing. They have never, ever failed to satisfy everyone with their updates. They always put so much work into everything, and they really do an amazing job. So I want to say thank you to all the developers. I'll go down the list. Let me open Discord real quick, and I'll go and say thank you to every single one of the developers, especially senior developer Sean. Thank you so much. You are like absolutely crazy. Let me find the developers here. The only one who's on right now is Lost Infinity. Thank you, Lost Infinity. I know Lost Infinity does a lot of the... He did a lot of the house models. I don't know if he did it for the new update, but... You guys won't be able to see the screen, by the way. I'm just gonna try and read it off. Let me see if I can find... Actually, I was going to announcements. I'm sure most of them posted. Mr. Fergie, thank you so much, Mr. Fergie. You literally... I mean, ERLC wouldn't be a thing without you, so you deserve pretty much everything and more for creating this amazing game. And I just want to extend my thanks to all the developers. It doesn't matter if you started just now or if you have started a year, like been there forever. It doesn't matter. You have truly changed the game, and your updates are so amazing. And I don't want it to come across that I'm trying to hate on ERLC because they haven't added these things. They just, some of these things are very important for a roleplay game, and I want to see ERLC still being able to compete with a game like Greenville in a year's or 2 years time, because I know they work extremely hard pushing out two updates a month, one update like every 2 weeks, but they're gonna have to start going on hyperdrive just to get this done, because there's a few things that the game just needs. Like, but again, the biggest thing, weather. Weather is such a huge thing that needs to be in the game. So many people suggested it. I really hope they're working on it. But yes, like I said, thank you to all the developers of PRC. I don't want to seem like I'm hating on the game. I truly love ERLC, and you guys are just absolutely amazing at your job. It's almost crazy, but these are just suggestions, so don't take it too seriously. If you want to repeat any of the suggestions you like from me, please do in the PRC Discord. I think it might grab some attention. If I see one, I'll leave a star, because I always look in it, so any suggestion that I like, I'm always there to give it a star. So you have my vote guarantee. And yeah, I thank you guys for watching. Again, thank you, PRC, and the moderators. I thank all of you guys. I thank Mr. Fergie, Lost Infinity, Sean, the main 3 people that make this game possible. And keep doing what you're doing. I can't wait until the summer update comes out, and I hope you guys are excited too. I know this was a long video, but hopefully you're able to get through it and stay with me. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.